All right, we're back with our short arm pirate, Q Pirate. I'm going to ink him up today. I'm going to soften a couple lines before I hit it with the inks, just to maybe help out some of the erasing later. It's a little smudgy right now. That's okay. He's a pirate. Pretty filthy. I just want to try to hit some of the darker lines so that that graphite from the pencils gives the ink a chance to get into the paper if I hit those same lines. I'm using a slightly smoother surface, and it actually holds the ink and the pencil pretty well, but sometimes that means that I can't get the other one through to the paper. Okay, I'm going to go with one of my favorite brush pens. It's going to let me do a couple different things with my lines. Do some thick and some thin. You can hear in the background that we've got legitimate sound effects for ships. I'm going to go a little faster on some of the inking than I may have done on the Ninjas. Just because I want to try to maybe have some more lively lines. I'm not going to be doing as much filling in on these lines either, because even though pirates do enjoy a lot of black in their wardrobe, it's not as much as Ninjas. Really enhance this guy's brow as well. I'm going to give him a little bit of a angry eyebrow on this side. I'm going to kind of hint at a nose and not do one outright. Just because it's supposed to be a cute pirate. I'm going to try to take some broad swipes at his beard. And get those all kind of in at the same time. I want some of these lines to blend together down here. See if I can keep some of the nice lines that I had in from my pencils. And when you ink, certain techniques will happen, or you'll develop ones that work in a way that you're comfortable. Sometimes you'll want to put all your lines so that they touch and all the shapes are all together. And sometimes you might change your mind and say that some open space between the lines is good, and not everything has to touch or be a complete shape. It's just something that will become apparent in your work over time, how you like to put things together. And there's some nice sweeping lines here for his pirate coat. Give him a nice pocket over here. kind of create a little overlap there where his jacket's going around his leg. His pirate pants over here. Some nice buccaneer boots. And again, you kind of pick where you want some of those lines to pick up some momentum. Try to add a little bit of shadow underneath this one. A lot of times people will say when they're drawing things that are closer to you in the foreground that they like to use thicker lines to help make them seem to come forward. That is, it's a good trick to a solid way of working. You just have to see if you can make that work for you. If there's not a lot of depth in the picture, you won't get as much out of it. But if you're doing something with some foreshortening, it can have some nice payoffs. Make some really nice looking stuff. Sometimes people will use very heavy holding lines on the outside of their artwork, and that can create a very nice graphic effect. I believe I did that on one of the ninjas last week, and there's a very good chance I'm going to do that on our cute little pirate here. Although I always struggle with when is the right time to do that, especially if I'm achieving nice line quality with my pen, where I've got some good thick to thin. Sometimes it's a better thing to not do, but you always have to decide what's going to be the final look of your piece. So sometimes it's good to use that to tie it together. I think I actually will. I will not do it on this one. We'll just try to let the line work. Stand on its own in this case. Gonna work on his pirate sword back here. His cutlass. Give him a little pirate sash in here. Give him a little pirate shirt right here. We're coming down to the end of things. Give him his little pirate pistol. I'm going to try to fake a little bit of simple depth to it. I'm going to add a little bit of a handle that wasn't in the original pencil, because again, as the inker of your own drawing, you can pick some good times to change the plan. Just going to outline the skull and crossbones up here real quick so that it's got a little bit of help to stand off whatever I might choose to color that hat. Just going to do one pass with the eraser. Try to get some of those extra lines out of there. And that way, if we choose to color it, that pencil graphite won't get in the way of our marker. We should have a nice clean drawing to work with for the next part. Now, one thing that I haven't talked about is that in current comic book processes, people might take this drawing as it is, once the pencil is gone, and they might scan that, and then they might color it on their computer, rather than color it and scan that. You always have the option to do it either way. I've done both ways, and they both pay off. You can practice with both, see what you like. There's a cute pirate waiting to be colored.